You know, when in the early days, when the guys started building parts, Vic Edelbrock Sr. was a good example. You know, Sr., when he was running these midgets and stuff, he was one of the first guys to ever use nitromethane along with methanol in the midgets. And he knew just by his experience and stuff that the camshaft carburetors and stuff that they were using wasn't going to work with nitromethane. So he would come up with an idea, and then he wasn't a cam grinder, but Ed Eskandarian down the street, so he could run down there and say, Ed, grind me this cam. And he'd take it back. Well, if that cam worked, he'd tell Ed, hey, that cam worked. Go ahead and build it and sell it. Or if it didn't work, he could call him up and say, hey, it didn't work. So they would scrap that. That same thing happened with clutch manufacturers, with a lot of the rods and people, you know. Everybody was working together, not necessarily, I mean, they all wanted to beat each other because they were all racing each other. But it was a matter of, well, if you've got something that makes my car go faster, or you can build something that I design, and I don't have the equipment that you do, well, you build it and you sell it, but I get first crack at it. Maybe I want an exclusive on it for 6 months before you tell anybody else about it. All of that kind of thing, that happened a lot. So it was not one person came up with this giant idea and came up with all these parts. And a lot of it was just guys that were sitting in their garage, you know, and it's like, if we move this from here to here, what happens? Well, let me tell you, I drove race cars for several of those guys, and a lot of their ideas didn't work real good.